you do? You will call to toll-free number, or you will simply send a mail to the company, or whoever is intermediary, they may be Amazon or Flipkart. You will call back to them and you are going to return the product. If you are talking in legal terms, we have Consumer Protection Act 1986. So if you are getting any duplicate product or damaged product, even the product is having guarantee and warranty, company people are not accepting to accept the return of the those products. By the time you can approach the court of law, court will help you to file a case so that you will get your money from the company and as well as to the a new product also. So these are generally knowing about by the customer complaints. Now today's class I would like to talk on that customer retention. What is the meaning of the customer retention? Customer retention means whoever bought our company products, they were very happy, they were satisfied, and regularly they are showing interest to buy about our company products only, which is going to be called in marketing terms customer retention. We are going to retain you. We won't allow you to go for outside customers, outside market to buy any other product. You are a loyal person all the time to buy about our product. If you are not giving any complaint, you are regularly buying the product. That means I can able to say customer retention is very strong in my company. You are accepted to buy my product by regularly. So under the customer retention, these are the 7 important points we are having. First one, top management committed to the customer satisfaction. As you know that the hierarchies of the management, top level, middle level, lower level. Top level management means managing directors, chairmen, and those people will be called as a top level managers. And this top level management, they should commit with the customer satisfaction is very important for us. If they say like I'm not at all worried about the customer, I'm worrying about only by my profits. In that case, you cannot able to sustain the long run.
Mutlu help under நமக்கு help பண்ண இருக்காது.
So you cannot able to sustain in the long run. So customer satisfaction is the first foremost motive of the top level management, and then only customer retention will be success. Otherwise, it won't be success. Second one, which is dealing on identify and understand the customers what they like at the organization. Any guess why we need to focusing about the second point? Because once you know that what features are really very attractive factor for the customers, if you are continuing about by this same features in future also, many more buyers will ready to buy your products. So company all the time they will be try to collect feedback about the product. Are you comfortable with this product? If you are not comfortable, okay, fine. What kind of features you are required? Please let me know. So that I will advise to the our department R&D. They will do according to your requirement. They will do all sort of changes. So the moment you are come to know about by all these things, then definitely company will be settled down in the market for the long run. So everybody they want to know about what is important factor liked by most of the customers in our organization. They want to know. Third point, which is dealing on, we need to be developed. So what we need to be developed? Develop of quality services and performance. Every time, same standards you cannot able to maintain. and that is not good also, because every day the standards are increasing. Best example, you can just focusing on your grandfather. Your grandfather, the style of living, the style of job is better, is one particular style when compared to your father, because your grandfather has given basis to the your father. So your father, the style of job is greater than or equal to the your grandfather job. Now, what your father will do, he will give more standards to you. So, you will lead a better life than your father. So, the qualities or the services are going to be changed from person to person. Same phenomena for the company. Company also, they are trying to give best service for 2020. Now I'm looking for 2021. What kind of best service I need to provide for them? 2022, what is the latest trend? For that, what I need to be accumulate now? 2023. So every year the standards, the quality of service are going to be increasing. As you know very well, every year December the companies are fighting like anything for clearance sales. So why they are trying to go for clearance sales at the time of December? Because next month is January. So January is a new year. So new year, every companies are also they are trying to come up with the new designs, new qualities. So when they are coming for the new quality, new design, who will buy the old products? So again, what they will do, at any cost, they want to sell the old products. That is the reason they will be choosing by clearance sales is one of the best option for them. So you need to keep on develop your standards, so that only you will be retain your customers. If you are not doing any changes, then ultimately customer will leave you, he will go somewhere. Example, you can see like some sort of cars, like as we know that well branded cars in the current scenario, but in the good olden days we are having a very few models like Ambassador car. I don't know how many of you remember this Ambassador car. Ambassador car, they were not done any much more changes in their product after the manufacturing. But other companies, they were doing many changes in their quality, designs, and much more developments. They are not doing any changes. So ultimately, what it was happened is the company was left over from the market. So you need to increase your standards. You need to be competition in the market. Otherwise, you will be out, and your customer will choose another company products. Fourth point, which is talking on recruit and train reward by the good staff. Even IT companies also we are seeing, the moment you are completing by the projects, immediately they will call your team leader and they will encourage you by some sort of increment, some sort of incentive, or they will give you 1 week leave. You can go to Goa or Dubai or somewhere else, and company will bear you to and fro charges, and with the hotel, food and accommodation, everything they will provide you, because you have completed a prestigious project, and that is really helpful for us. So whenever you have done something good, we need to encourage you. The moment when I'm encouraging you, you will have new anxiety, chill, and you will be enthusiasm to serve more at the organization. You are doing so much of hard work, I'm not recognizing your hard work, then ultimately what will happen? Being an employee, you will be demotivated. I don't want to work in this company. Even I'm working like anything, they are not considering my efficiency, and they are giving same kind of salary. Why should I continue? I will go for some other company where I'm going to get by the good recognition. So companies also will think not only by the customers, but also employees also important for us. If they done really good things, we need to be award and reward. Then only they will come under your control. When the new project comes also, people will say, yes, definitely we are going to join in the particular team and we can able to complete because I'm going to be recognized. I'm going to get salary hike. I'm ready to take by the risk. Opposite side, new products will come, customers also will have it. So this is like a vice versa, both side of the coin. Fifth point, always stay in touch with the customers. Of course, companies are also, they are fighting like anything. They want to show that this is the best product and we are all the time recognizing your work and we are not at all ignoring you. So continuously they will be trying to touch up with the market. As you know that in Indian market we have only two beverage companies, Pepsi and Coke. But even the two companies, every month they are giving new advertisements in the Indian market because they want to touch with the all the consumers and customers. They don't want to lose anyone. So that is also one kind of technique for them. They don't want to lose anyone. Next, work towards continuous improvement. Most of the time, what we are thinking like there is a some sort of improvement in the product. Now we are saying 2021 we are having the best model mobile phone with us. After 3 years you cannot able to say like this is the best mobile because 2022 will be coming another new mobile where that will be supporting 6G or 5G. Now you are very happy with 48 megapixel or 120 megapixel. In future you are going to see 1000 megapixel, 500 megapixel. Some or somewhere we are continuously doing improvement, innovation, so that you will be thrilled, anxiety, interested to buy about the company products. So because of this improvement, customer will be retained. He never look to the any other company to go and buying those company products. Next, last one, which is dealing on reward services accomplishment by the frontline staff. If you talk about in college, who is frontline staff? Sweepers. In society, if you talk that frontline workers, again, who is working in municipality, sweepers, doctors, police people, and these people will be comes under frontline staff where they are going to clean the society by every day. Now, when you talk about in your IT company, who are all frontline staff? Again, by employees, IT employees. So, IT employees, whenever they are completing their yearly work or the project completion, or sometimes the special projects will come by suddenly. So whenever you complete it and relatively you will be rewarded, awarded. So these are the important points we need to be see that the furthermore continue improvement in the product and as well as to continue with our customers. Okay, we are talking about the complaints, we are talking about customer retains, but mostly what they will talk on that, if you want to retain your customers, one of the important tool in the management that is minimizing the cost. Waste expenditure we need to be controlled. If you are able to control by your waste expenditure, then ultimately you will be earning by the good profits. That is a second concept. Quality of cost. How you will be able to minimize your cost or expenditure. That is also one of the qualitative aspect because most of the time what we are saying like is the cost of 5,000 rupees. Okay, let it be happened is happened, just ignore it. But in the companies, they won't be sit that much quiet. The waste also should be qualitative waste. Just like that, you cannot able to waste the expenditures in the organization. So here the cost which is going to be associated with the prevention, detecting and remediating product issues related to the quality. So what is cost? Where this is not at all necessary for us, you can just avoid it. You are going to detect that whether this is good or bad, and relatively we are going to be testing whether this is good one or by the bad one. Now you can able to find out here an example like a pink color water bottle. Now this pink color water bottle, what is the price? Some 70 rupees, 50 rupees. Now, what companies will do before manufacturing of this product, they will have a look on that at what price we are going to get plastic per kg. Now they are manufacturing water bottles. So randomly they will select one or two water bottles. They will test about the quality standards. If it is good, okay, fine. If in case that is not meet your quality standards, what will you do? If it is not meeting your quality standards, the entire batch of production, whether 1,000 products you produce it during that 1 hour or half an hour time, the entire product is going to be waste. They won't launch to the public. Now you just tell me the 1,000 bottles worth of time, plastic, labor, machinery, everything is going to be waste, which is going to be called in the management term waste of materials. In simply, in a broader term, waste management. You are wasting the all the resources. Now the quality concept will be focusing on that. Even waste also, how you can able to get by the quality. I don't know how many of you aware about a Raymond suit. So what Raymond company will do is they will produce by the bigger cloth for making of the suit. So they will keep on check by the cloth with the good ventilation lighting facilities. If they found any defects in the cloth, the entire cloth is going to be cut into the pieces, and small pieces they will be just throw it out. And in the outside market, we are buying like 500 rupees, 600 rupees of the this cloth. Now, some people who is well experienced, they will understand. Okay, somewhere there is a poor quality, so that only the entire batch was refused by the Raymond company. So, what people will do, they will buy those kind of cloth and they will make it creation of the suit. Of course, somewhere we can able to find out by the defects, but that is not 100% qualitative. So, because of the waste material, again waste material they are selling to the public, and public also interested to buy. But here nowhere they won't mention about this waste material was produced by the Raymond company. Because if they mentioned about Raymond company waste material, then again it is a bad reputation for the company. So they will stand it only on quality of suits. So whoever required they will buy, but waste also again they are going to be sell and they will get the money. Now, what are the elements are there in the cost? The total we are split up to the four important elements of the cost. That is first one, cost we can prevent. That means there is a chance of to minimize the cost. Second point, cost of appraisal. Because of your spending cost, in future you are going to get much more benefits. Cost of internal failures. That means within the four walls of the factory, you are wasting of the some sort of material that is going to be called as an internal failure. It may be mission failure, it may be labor failure, it may be your strategy failure, many other reasons. Second one, cost of external failure. So external failure means after manufacturing the product, when it goes out, when it is reached to the market, by that time the product was failed because of the competition, because of the social, political, economical, legal factors may influence on your product. Farmer was saying to get tomato crop per kg we are spending 15 to 20 rupees. Now government decided per kg only 5 rupees. It's a failure. And the political system has shown that in fact whatever the cost was spent by the farmer he is not even getting. He will just throw it out, all the tomatoes at the roadside, and he will go out. Sometimes people will hang themselves. So anyway, this is a four important types of cost we have. First, we'll focusing on prevention cost. So now we can see that one by one. What is this prevention cost? Prevention cost, which is first focusing on trending. Every manufacturer they must be understand about trend analysis, whether we are following the trend or not. Outdated products if you are manufacturing means unnecessarily you are spending your money. Nowadays everybody is talking about smartphone. Being a smartphone manufacturing company, what you supposed to do, you need to manufacture a product more than to the smartphone. Now you are manufacturing keypad type, touch screen, not touch screen, this is just like a dial pad type of mobile you are manufacturing. Who will buy? Now everybody is talking about 4G and 5G, and in this generation nobody will not buy it. So if you manufacture those kind of mobiles, your time, material, everything is going to be waste because you are not following the trend. If you are following the trend, you can save your investment. Marketing, customers, users. Now we are seeing in the market, everyday customer taste and preferences are changed. What company executives will do is, for example, Nokia company managing director. The moment they deliver their mobile phones in the retail shop, what they will do, they will spend some time in the company. Why they want to spend some time in the company? They want to see how people are checking the product, what kind of questions they are asking. They want to know about by things. So by seeing that, they will understand, okay, these kind of people are there in the society. They require these kind of features, and relatively, they will change their mindset. Next, product, services, design and development. So next, they will talk about the product. So why this product was failed? Why these products are not getting any kind of sales in the market? So they will talk about product related failures where they will able to understand in future they cannot produce by the same kind of products. Purchasing. So mostly what kind of products are purchasing by the buyers, and what is the reason for purchasing those products and why they are not showing interest about to buy our products. They want to know the information. So what factors will influence you to buy the product also will be noted down by the executives. Operations, manufacturing or by the services. Nowadays we are seeing all the products are manufactured by the companies with the machineries. Once upon a time, most of the products are we are manufacturing by handmade. Handmade. So that from the beginning of the situation of the products, handmade products are more quality and more price. Now there is no demand for the handmade products. Everything is machinery products. One button, lakhs of products will manufacture. One button will stop the manufacturing. So in that level, operation process was very, very strong. Next, quality administration, because everything was mechanized and everything we have distributed the work and everybody is working accordingly that anywhere if you are not performing well, we will able to observe you with the help of CC cameras. Every place we are having CC camera, so it is very easy to observe that whether you are working qualitative or you are wasting your time at the organization. They will easy to monitor. Now, second one is, and so this prevention cost, I would like to give one more example. So you can find out one old man who went to a supermarket. So he went to a supermarket and he saw that he has taken one what we say like a plastic bag or a cotton box he has taken, and he's pouring that different uh, bottles or different products whatever is required. He's just keeping everything is inside and he's carrying with the arms. After certain level, very difficult for him to carry, so finally he's getting strained. Now what you are doing is you are providing a cart at the supermarket. You are providing cart to customers at the supermarket, but this is cost element for you being a manufacturer. But even though that is very comfortable for the consumers to easy to carry. I have seen many times in Saravana stores also, like 3 years baby, 4 years baby, they were sitting inside. So parents also very comfortable to carry the baby with the food items, whatever they are required. So this prevention cost also, which is going to be directly or indirectly helpful for them. Second one, appraisal cost. Okay guys, this appraisal cost will continue for the next class.